Yeah.
Speaking of which, you
Right.
have been going to some protests, have you not?
Yeah, actually, I've been going to protests. You just want to get into it? Is that what we're doing now?
Why not,
We just
Clayton?
want
We
to
can
get
talk about
into it.
anything. What would you rather talk
Okay.
about right now? You want to talk about something
No,
else?
I'm just saying. No, definitely. I just go get into it. Yes, I went to protest, but the thing is, I got arrested
Mm-hmm.
at a
Mm.
protest that was in front of my house. Like,
What?
come on, man. Like, come on. Like, I had been to protest earlier. I walked hella miles. Like, we walked probably about 6 miles, and I never really protested like that. I just stood outside of places in Atlanta, but we didn't like march or nothing. And this was like marching, and I thought it was level. I thought it was supposed to be level ground. I didn't realize people was marching up hills. They had on wingtip shoes
What?
back then. Back then, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, back
Back
then.
then they had, yeah. So now it was a little
Nobody had like
whimsical.
arch supports. Nothing. It's just
No,
hard
no, no.
shoes.
They had skateboards. They had unicycles. I'm like, this is a little too whimsical. Like Malcolm,
This ain't what he
Malcolm
was
doesn't.
fighting for necessarily.
No, Malcolm don't like juggling. I know Malcolm don't like
Yeah.
juggling for a fact. It's been in none of the documentaries, but I guarantee you he did not. So like, so I saw it. It was a lot of other types of people, which is great to see.
What you mean
It's
other
great to
types?
see. Oh man, white people, Asian people. I saw Hispanic people, like
Hmm. Hmm.
just all types of people that I've never associated with being out there.
Did you get a
But
sense
those
to
type of things went into play for
did
black
you
people.
get did you get a sense that those people was mad about the same things you mad about?
Yeah, like some of them, but then it was some people I just couldn't quite peg down. I was like, I don't know what you out here for.
Mm.
Like, yeah, like, and some people like, and then you got the crazy, ridiculous signs. I'm like, come on, man, that's unnecessary. You
Some
don't need
people
to
spend
have,
too long thinking of the clever sign. It's like, come on, man.
yeah,
Well, the
yeah. I
protest sign
love.
is the original tweet,
You're
isn't
right.
it? You want to get
You're
those
right.
RTs.
You're right. But now they got props, and it's.
Tell us what you
Oh
saw.
yeah, man.
Like what? What did you see, Clayton?
A black dildo, man. Come on,
What?
man. What are we talking about?
What?
Yes,
What was that supposed
yes.
to symbolize? I don't understand the
Well,
message.
it was the phrase that if you
Oh, yeah, that phrase.
open
Okay.
your mouth up for racism, and I saw it, but they took it somewhere with props. I'm like, oh, come on now, that's like
It's just probably children
you're getting it
present, man.
lost.
Yeah.
It's kids here, man. It's not all about you, and it's not all about that. But anyway,
Well, what was the
I,
experience of your arrest like, though?
okay, so I went to the other protests. I saw when they burned down Melrose and Fairfax. Like that's not like maybe even less than 2 miles from me. So I was riding around watching people go in stores. Like we were in the car kind of gambling. Like, you think the Adidas store is gonna make it? She was like, nah, Adidas is done. I can't believe they ain't broke in there yet. So like, I saw it from that night, and then I say about 2 days later, a protest just happened to come past my window. I'm looking out. I'm on the fourth floor, and I see all these young people out there with signs and everything, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go out there. I gotta go out there. Keep in mind, this is past the curfew. I go out there. Pretty much everybody in the block is out there recording stuff on their phone. The mistake I made was I didn't stay on my street. I turned the corner with them. I turned the next corner, and I had to make a right, and I would have been back on my street. The police closed off this side. They closed off the other side. I was like, hey, I live right over here. I'm just trying to get home. Police officer gripped on his gun. Get back over there. A line of them was on the other side. It was like, oh, okay, they really trying to take people to jail. And I didn't see any of this the night that the Fairfax district was burned up. I didn't see this any of the night that I saw, the Grove getting broke into. But now, and they're peaceful. These kids was peaceful. Some people laid down. A lady let us in her apartment and told us we could go on the roof. A white lady came out, Laura. She let us in. She only halfway helped her, so she don't get a full shout out because she let us on the roof.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. She let us on the roof. Helicopter comes. We on the news. I'm going live. You can go to my Instagram and look at some of the live videos. I think they're
What?
still up there. Yes, yes. Like the helicopter surrounded us because just was the day before when the people hid in the lady's house or the man's house in DC, I believe, or either it was New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got out the next day. They were in shelter. She didn't let us in the apartment. She was like, go on the roof and don't So the police didn't leave. They circled, they circled, they circled. They got on the balcony next to us. They're aiming the tear gas canisters up at us.
What?
Eventually, they came up with the guns, handcuffed everybody on your stomach, handcuffed us, let us. They said it was gonna be a cite and release, and I don't know. I've never been to jail like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South. Yes, I've been in jail for no reason before, but not for no reason. Like curfew. What's next? Am I going to jail? You know what I'm saying? You going to jail for roughhousing. You going to jail for horseplay.
For horseplay.
Curfew. This is a childish crime. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even understand this. And they like, well, you're gonna get cite and release. Well, I'm like, well, give me the cite and release me, because I stay right here. And they like, no, you got to go down. Well, I'm like, what jail we going to? They don't know what jail we go to.
Whoa,
we get on the sheriff bus. And there's men and women. But the women on a different bus. Men on one bus. They get us in there. One dude in the Andrew Bynum jersey was tweaking. And I think that should tell you where his mental was for him to have on an Andrew Bynum jersey. But he was on the bus, like, we're already handcuffed, and he's talking crazy. He's like, I don't give a, hey, I'm trying to see the twin, take me to jail. What y'all up there doing? Playing with each other. Like, he's talking to the officers crazy. And I'm like, hey, everybody on the bus is like, Bynum, calm down, man. we cuffed up. We lost. You got to chill. Like, we could talk the shit when we ain't had the cuffs, but they got us now. We on the bus. We sit on the bus in the same spot, right outside my spot, for about 45 minutes to an hour. People are getting out of their cuffs. These are zip tie cuffs. People are getting out of their cuffs. They let everybody on there with their bag, everything in their pocket. I pull my phone out. I'm able to go live. One dude gets out of his thing. He pulls out a vape pen. He's smoking on the sheriff bus.
Wow.
The people in front of us, a dude has a screwdriver. He's getting people out of their cuffs.
Whoa.
We ride to jail. I'm like, they so lucky these kids were peaceful, because like it was a kid in my thing had a knife. Whoa. Like, I'm like, if it really would have been like, and now I'm just worried. I'm like, I want to get out my cuffs, but I don't want to get cuffed without my cuffs, and I can't get back in them. You know what I'm saying? My wrist too fat to get back in it, and now I'm like, damn. They like, oh, you tried to obstruct, whatever, try to trumped up charge they were gonna get. So took us to jail. We rode to jail. Somebody played Nipsey Hussle on their phone. It was crazy. They took us to Jackie Robinson Stadium, but did not tell us where we were. I asked them where we were. It was in Van Nuys. I said, where are we? They said, we don't know. It's a mobile jail. I said, how are you the police and you don't know where we are?
Wait.
Hey,
they drove you from the Grove to Van Nuys?
No. This is where Paramount is. This is over there.
Oh, okay.
This is over there.
But still, that's still like that's on the other side of the mountains. That's the valley.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So we rode there. We sat in the van for a minute. They let us out. And this is when I kind of learned, you know what? I might need to get a skateboard, because every person that came off, like, they were like, is this your skateboard? And I'm like, y'all they get to keep their skateboard? Like, it was the most ridiculous shit I ever seen. They had us out there. They gave us a citation. Then they released us. Luckily, a friend of mine, Kevin Simpson, damn fool, he came and picked me up and took me back. But yeah, it was Jackie Robinson Stadium. When I found out the next day, it was on the news. They didn't know they were using that stadium for that. And I was like, come on, man. It was so many Jackies. You could have took us to Jackie Gleason Stadium. We could have went to Jackie Chan Stadium. Any other Jackie, but
now they wanted it to be that Jackie. Just to
a huge inconvenience. And then they dropped everything. My bad. Wow. I'm sorry.